Okay, thank you, Mr. Tang. All right, so I will move on to share with you other updates about the school. So firstly, we would like to share some academic updates. Okay, so for lower secondary, all right, the academic focus is on giving every child a strong foundation built on discovery and exploration. So our teachers are focused on student-centric pedagogies, authentic curriculum, and also very focused on giving assessment and obtaining feedback, all right, to help the child build a foundation for upper secondary. In secondary school, okay, they will be taking quite a few more subjects than in primary school. Okay, so the students will be taking a core curriculum. So in the core curriculum, the subjects the students will be taking with students of their own stream. All right, the express students, the NA students, and the NT students will be doing their core curriculum in their own streams. They will also be doing common curriculum subjects. So in the common curriculum subjects, they will be doing these subjects as a class. All right, and as you can see, okay, some of the subjects are non-examinable, but for example, in express and normal academic, there will be 10 examinable subjects. For normal technical, 8 examinable subjects. Right, so it's a little bit more than in primary school, and it's something that our teachers will guide the students to manage, okay, through the year. All right, so also to share with you some of our other curriculum highlights. Okay, just now Mr. Kwok mentioned the SPEAK program. We also have an upcoming Mother Tongue Fortnight over the next 2 weeks, where students will go on programs and learning journeys to enhance their understanding of the various cultures. We will also have a learning festival lineup later in the year, where the students will apply their math, science, and humanities knowledge to solve puzzles in this experiential learning. For humanities, okay, they're going to start on HI and GI. HI and GI stands for historical investigation and geographical investigation. So this will also be part of their experiences in lower secondary. For science, they will be doing a project. So this project is titled CSI. So they will be doing either an innovation or an investigation project. There will also be other projects to promote their interest and learning. For mathematics, students will be undergoing their mathematical modeling task. Okay, so they will apply their mathematical knowledge to solve open-ended problems. In design and technology, we are looking at giving a students a taste of coding, probably at the second half of the year. Okay, so for students who need a little bit more support, we will have booster sessions for English language and mathematics. So these are likely to be conducted after term 1 when we have a better understanding of the students who have the needs. Okay, so I believe we have already sent out the information that your child and watch will also have informed you about the weighted assessment, especially in term 1. All right, so we will have a series of weighted assessment in term 1, term 2, term 3, and end of year exam in term 4. All right, so different subjects have varying components. All right, the information has already been sent out via Parents Gateway. Hard copies have also been given to the child. Okay, and parents will also be interested in the promotion criteria. Okay, so to be promoted for express students, they must pass English and they must pass all subjects as average. So they must get an average of 50% in all subjects, okay, in order to be promoted to Sec 2 Express. For Sec 1 normal academic, all right, they must pass English and 2 other subjects, or if they didn't clear their English, they must pass 4 other subjects. For Sec 1 normal technical, they must pass 2 subjects, one of which should be English or mathematics. Okay, if the child at normal acad and normal technical, they wish to aspire to be promoted upstream, all right, they will have to score an average of 70% and above for every subject. Okay, so there will also be opportunities for the students to take just specific subjects at a more demanding level. So some of the students in NA and NT are already taking subjects at a express level or NA level at a higher level. Okay, they will also, other students will be given a chance to be offered a subject at the mid-year or the end of year examination. I'll say after the examination. Okay, so they must score a average of 70% or above in both WA1 and WA2 to be deemed suitable to take the higher demand subject. So this will also be similar for secondary 1 normal technical students. Okay, so the only difference for 1 normal technical students is if they want to take humanities, for example, history, literature, or geography, the offer will only be made after the end of year exam. There will be no offer at the mid-year juncture. Okay, we will also have a self-development program. So this self-development program is for the non-SPB students, all right, to study lower sex science and humanities at a higher level. Okay, so this will be open to the NA and the NT students. So what will happen is they have to go through some self-directed online learning courses for between 3 to 9 months. Okay, so the students will be taking additional load, for example, 2 hours a week per subject to complete the lesson packages. There will also be online quizzes for the students to assess themselves. The teachers will also be able to collect the data from the online quizzes. All right, so students will be provided a guide to navigate the site. So like for example, for each week, what will they be required to learn? Okay, so the objectives of this self-development program is really to encourage our assumptionites to become independent and self-directed learners. And if they are very interested in the areas of humanities and science, to really stretch their learning and to develop their strengths and interests in the subjects. Okay, so this will be the overview of the timeline. So we will launch this self-development program in week 10. So in March, the students who are interested will be encouraged to register for the self-development program. Okay, and at the end of term 2, so after about 1 term, the students who qualified for the science will be given the SBB offer letters to take the subject at a higher level at semester 2. Okay, so the rest of the self-development program students will continue learning the subject in semester 2, and if they do well, we will offer them a higher level subject at the end of the term 4 as well. Okay, so whether your child is suitable to take the self-development program is really a lot on their interests and their attitude. Okay, and right now we are only opening the self-development program for science and humanities. Okay, if you have information about this self-development program, just contact us via email. Okay, now moving on, we would like to share a little bit more about CCA, co-curriculum activities. Okay, so CCA is compulsory for every child. Okay, compulsory for every child. So everybody has to take a CCA, and the participation has to be continuous through the 4 or 5 years. That means the students have to be within the same CCA for the 4 years and 5 years. Okay, so it's a bit different from some primary schools. So some primary schools, they have this modular CCA program where they switch CCAs after every semester, for example. Okay, but in all secondary schools, participation has to be continuous in the same CCA. All right, and attendance, based on their attendance level, okay, their achievement, okay, they will have CCA points awarded. Okay, so these CCA points will give you them a level of attainment that will be converted to either 1 bonus point or 2 bonus points that can be used for admission to JC, Poly, ITE. Okay, so in AES, these are the CCAs that we offer. Okay, the students have most of them have already gone for the CCA trials, so they should already start to have a sensing of what is the CCA that they are interested in. Okay, so this is the timeline of the events that will be happening. So some important timeline will be, okay, on 2nd February, okay, we will start the CCA options exercise. Okay, it will last for 1 week. All right, and on 23rd February, okay, the students will start the CCA. So parents, we will encourage you to maybe discuss with your child what is a suitable CCA for them, because it's a CCA that they will want to stick with for the 4 years and 5 years. So it's very important that they choose a CCA that they have very strong interest and passion in. Okay, so these are some considerations for choosing a CCA, which we will leave you to read when you download the slides. Okay, moving on. I'd like to share a little bit more about character and citizenship education in AES. So in AES, we have this program called MAP. All right, so if you download your child's timetable, you'll see, hey, what is this MAP about? So it's our CCE program. Okay, so it integrates the school's Christ values together with the teachings of Montfort. Okay, so in Sec 1, we will have an induction lesson for them, and the students also just underwent one of their math lessons this week was about the story in Dinun as well, to learn about the value of compassion. Okay, so in our CCE programs, all right, we have three big ideas: identity, relationships, and choices. They are interconnected and also impact one another. Okay, so this will be so upcoming. We will also have the sexuality education program. All right, so this sex ed program is really to help the students develop their moral compass. Okay, to learn how to respect themselves, respect their peers. Okay, and it's premised on a family unit. Okay, as a basic unit of society. Okay, so for this success program, okay, it's part of the developmental journey. Okay, and like I said just now, it's focused on identity, relationship, choices. So there will be a form that will be given to the parents. So there will be a form that will be given on the 1st of February. All right. So the parents either have to acknowledge that the child will be taking part in the sexuality education program. That will be part one. Or part two, okay, if they want to opt their child out of the program, please state a reason why. Okay, so this form, whether the child is opting in or out, okay, they have to be submitted back to the form teacher by 5th of February. Okay, moving on, I'd like to share just a little bit more on student management matters. Okay, so reminder, the expectations of the schools, students have to be in school before 7:30 a.m. All right, so if they are late, if they reach school after 7:30, they will be considered late. Okay, and if they are absent, okay, they should return on the next day, all right, and submit either a medical certificate or a parent's letter to their form teachers. So students, if they don't submit the documents, they will be deemed to have played truant. Okay, so every day, okay, the form teachers will mark attendance of your child. So if they mark your child absent, okay, parents, you will receive a SMS notification at 9:15 a.m. All right, I think this also helps school and the parents have closer communication. So maybe you thought that your child is in school, but you receive the SMS notification. So maybe you can contact the school to verify the absence. All right, so a little bit more about late coming. So in AES, we take late coming very seriously. All right, so if the child has one count of late coming, the parents and guardians will be notified. So for every subsequent count as well, we will notify the parents as well. Okay, and from the third count onwards, there will be after school detention for students who come in late. All right, so parents, please work with the child. All right, to they are already growing young adults to manage their journey time, the wake up time, okay, and then to come to school punctually. Okay, another thing that is very important, the mobile phone policy. Okay, so mobile phones in AES, students can only use mobile phones during recess time or when permission is given by a teacher for educational purposes. All right, so we want to encourage students to inculcate responsibility and also comply with school rules. And if the student, after multiple warnings, okay, they are still using their mobile phones, we may confiscate the mobile phones. Okay, so parents and guardians will be notified if this will be kept for more than a day. All right, so other things, so to take note that is, students are expected to wear footwear with laces. All right, so for socks, no brand logo, so the two socks that you see are not allowed. Okay, for shoes, generally, we will not allow high cut shoes and semi-high cut shoes as well. All right, so the shoes should be plain white or with a, okay, so the shoes that you see on the screen are shoes that are allowed by the school. Okay, so I just would like to summarize. So these are some of the dates that we have mentioned. Okay, so we talk about the personal learning device purchase, CCA options, and the sex ed form. Okay, so this slide is just here for your parents to be aware of what the important dates to take note. Okay, and to find out what is happening in AES, we will encourage the parents to join us. Okay, we have an Instagram account, so we update this Instagram account quite actively. Okay, if you have any queries about your child, all right, about the school programs, always feel free to contact us at our general office at 6572-9100, or you email us as well. Okay, and if you are interested to join our parent support group, okay, so this picture is a picture of our parent support group, okay, some of the members inside. Okay, you can follow them on Facebook. Okay, so with the QR code, we'll leave it inside the slides for you to scan when you download this set of slides as well. Okay, so right now we would like to invite you to join the breakout rooms that will be created for each class. So there will be your class form teachers that will be inside. So we would just like to get you to touch base with the form teachers, pose some questions that you may have. All right, we will have the teachers try to answer the questions. If they cannot answer the questions, okay, they will get back to you on another day. And I think we would like to remind parents that maybe this is not an appropriate session to maybe just ask about how is my child doing, okay? Because yeah, I think this type of question you can contact the form teachers separately. Okay, so right now we will open the breakout rooms for about 10 minutes to 15 minutes. Okay, so when we close the breakout rooms, all right, we will give an announcement 2 minutes before the close, okay, and to round out the sharing. So